Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to understand how a woman falls in love, you must first understand this. Love isn't just something that happens, it's something that is built. It's not about chasing, it's about attracting. Women don't fall in love the way men do. While men can often be drawn to physical beauty first, for women, attraction goes much deeper. It's about how a man makes her feel. The most powerful force in a woman's heart is emotional connection. Without it, attraction fades. Without it, love never fully takes root. If you want a woman to fall deeply in love, you must understand how to create that connection. Emotional connection is about more than just talking. It's about being present, listening deeply, and making her feel seen and understood. Think about it. When was the last time you spoke to someone and truly felt like they understood you? That rare feeling of connection, of being deeply known, is what makes people fall in love. Women crave that. They want to feel safe, valued, and appreciated for who they truly are, not just for how they look or what they bring to a relationship. One of the biggest mistakes men make is thinking they need to impress a woman with grand gestures, expensive gifts, or flashy confidence. While those things might grab attention, they don't build love. A woman doesn't fall for a man because he takes her to the most expensive restaurant. She falls for him because of how she feels when she's with him. If she feels like she can be herself, if she feels like she's truly heard, if she feels emotionally safe, love begins to grow. A major part of emotional connection is the ability to listen. Not just hearing words, but truly understanding what's behind them. Women don't just communicate with facts, they communicate with emotions. When she tells you about a tough day, she's not necessarily looking for solutions, she's looking for connection. She wants to feel like you're present, like you're in the moment with her. A distracted response, a quick nod, or trying to fix the problem without acknowledging her feelings destroys emotional connection. On the other hand, when a man can slow down, put his phone away, make eye contact, and listen without judgment, she feels something rare. She feels understood. That's when real attraction starts. Another critical element is emotional safety. Women open up to men who make them feel emotionally safe. What does that mean? It means she feels free to express herself without fear of being judged, ridiculed, or dismissed. It means she can be vulnerable without worrying that her emotions will be used against her later. When a woman feels safe, she lets her guard down. She shares more. She connects more deeply. That's when love takes root. Men who struggle with emotional connection often do so because they were raised to suppress emotions themselves. Society tells men to be strong, to hold it together, to never show weakness. But here's the truth. Real strength is the ability to connect emotionally. A man who can listen, empathize, and be vulnerable when necessary has an incredible power over a woman's heart. He becomes different from every other man she's met. Creating emotional connection isn't about always agreeing or avoiding conflict. It's about handling emotions with care. Disagreements happen in every relationship, but the way a man responds is what determines whether the connection strengthens or weakens. If a woman expresses frustration or sadness and a man dismisses her feelings, tells her she's overreacting or shuts down, he creates distance. On the other hand, if he acknowledges her feelings, stays calm, and tries to understand her perspective, he builds trust, and trust is the foundation of love. Physical attraction may spark initial interest, but it will never sustain love on its own. Emotional connection is what keeps a woman attached. She may be drawn to a man's looks at first, but if she doesn't feel heard, valued, or emotionally connected, she will eventually lose interest. But if a man can make her feel deeply connected, she will see him as irreplaceable, regardless of his looks, money, or status. Women fall for men who make them feel a certain way. Not just excited, not just entertained, but truly seen. If you want a woman to fall in love with you, don't focus on what you can do to impress her. Focus on how you can connect with her emotions. Be present, listen with intent, make her feel safe, and love will follow naturally. Women are naturally drawn to men who exude certainty, confidence, and a strong sense of direction in life. This is not about arrogance, dominance, or trying to control a relationship. It's about the deep instinctive need for security, both emotional and mental. A woman falls in love with a man who makes her feel safe, not just in a physical sense, but in a way that reassures her that he knows who he is, where he's going, and that she can trust him to stand firm in difficult times. Certainty is magnetic. A man who is uncertain, insecure, or constantly second-guessing himself creates an unstable foundation. Women can sense this, and it triggers doubt. On the other hand, a man who stands strong in his beliefs, decisions, and values projects a kind of security that women crave. It's not about having every detail of life figured out, but rather about having a clear understanding of what's important, knowing what you want, being decisive, and owning your choices. Indecision kills attraction. If a man is always hesitant, always looking to a woman to make decisions, or constantly changing his mind based on her mood, it weakens the connection. Women don't want to feel like they are carrying the full weight of decision-making in a relationship. They want a partner who is capable of leading when necessary, while still being open to collaboration. Confidence is not something you can fake. Women have an incredible ability to read through pretended confidence. The difference between real and fake confidence is that true confidence is grounded in self-awareness and self-trust. A man who is genuinely confident doesn't need to prove himself by bragging, dominating conversations, or showing off. He knows his worth and is comfortable in his own skin. He is unshaken by external opinions because he has built his confidence from within. A man's certainty is also reflected in how he handles adversity. Every relationship, no matter how strong, will face challenges. How a man reacts in difficult moments says everything about whether a woman will trust him with her heart. If he panics, blames others, or avoids responsibility, she will feel unsafe. But if he faces challenges head-on, remains calm under pressure, and takes ownership of his actions, he becomes someone she can trust deeply. Women fall for men who provide emotional stability. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions or acting like nothing ever affects you. It means being able to regulate your emotions, communicate with clarity, and handle situations with maturity. A man who is easily triggered, quick to anger, or emotionally inconsistent creates instability, and women instinctively pull away from that. Another key aspect of certainty is self-respect. A man who respects himself naturally earns respect from others, including the woman he is with. This means setting boundaries, having standards for how he wants to be treated, and not tolerating disrespect. Women may test these boundaries at times, not as a way to manipulate, but as a subconscious way of seeing if a man truly stands by his values. If he caves in too easily, lets himself be walked over, or compromises his integrity just to please her, she will lose respect for him. But if he holds his ground with kindness and confidence, she will feel an even deeper attraction toward him. Being certain also means being clear about your intentions. Women are naturally drawn to men who know what they want and are not afraid to express it. This doesn't mean being overly aggressive, but it does mean being direct and honest. If a man is vague, hesitant, or afraid to take initiative, it creates doubt. But if he confidently expresses his feelings, shows genuine interest, and leads with clarity, a woman feels secure in his presence. Certainty does not mean never being vulnerable. In fact, one of the most attractive qualities in a man is the ability to be strong and open at the same time. A man who can admit his fears, acknowledge his emotions, and express himself with confidence shows an incredible level of emotional intelligence. Women don't want perfection. They want realness combined with unwavering inner strength. Attraction isn't about just being the loudest, the toughest, or the most dominant man in the room. It's about having a presence that reassures, a mindset that is solid, and a confidence that is deeply rooted in knowing who you are. Women fall in love with men who provide them with a sense of emotional safety and stability, not through control, but through their own certainty in themselves. Women don't fall in love with perfection, they fall in love with authenticity. They're deeply intuitive and can sense when a man is being real versus when he is putting on a performance. A man who is trying too hard to impress, who says what he thinks she wants to hear, or who constantly shifts his personality to gain approval, will never create deep attraction. Real connection happens when a man is unapologetically himself, comfortable in his own skin, and fully present in the moment. Presence is one of the most powerful yet underrated aspects of attraction. When a man is fully present with a woman, listening, engaging, and responding with genuine curiosity, she feels valued. In today's world where people are distracted by their phones, constantly multitasking, and rarely giving their full attention, presence is a rare and magnetic quality. When a woman feels that a man is truly focused on her, absorbing her words, noticing the details, and responding in a way that shows he understands, she feels a level of connection that most men fail to create. A man who is authentic does not seek validation. He does not shape his personality to fit what he thinks a woman wants. Instead, he stands firm in his own truth, beliefs, and emotions. Women admire and respect a man who is comfortable with himself, who is not afraid to express his thoughts, and who does not fear rejection because he knows his worth is not determined by external approval. This kind of confidence creates a deep emotional pull. Authenticity also means embracing vulnerability. Many men think that showing emotions is a weakness, that they need to act tough, indifferent, or unaffected to be attractive. But the reality is, women connect deeply with men who are willing to be real. This doesn't mean being overly emotional or constantly sharing personal struggles, but it does mean being open, honest, and not hiding behind a mask. When a man can express what he truly thinks and feels without fear of judgment, he shows strength. A woman can trust a man who is honest about who he is far more than one who always tries to say the right thing. Trust is the foundation of love, and trust is built through authenticity. A woman must feel that a man is consistent, honest, and emotionally reliable. If he says one thing but does another, if he changes his values based on convenience, or if he is inconsistent in his behavior, it creates doubt. Doubt kills attraction. But when a man consistently aligns his words with his actions, when he follows through on what he says, and when he stands by his principles, even in difficult situations, trust deepens. Authenticity is also about self-awareness. A man who understands his own emotions, motivations, and behaviors is naturally more attractive because he is in control of himself. He does not react impulsively, he does not let insecurities dictate his actions, and he does not base his worth on external factors. Women feel drawn to men who are grounded, who have done the inner work to know themselves deeply. Presence and authenticity go hand in hand. When a man is truly present with a woman, he is not just physically there, he is emotionally engaged. He listens without waiting for his turn to speak. He notices the small details, her tone, her expressions, the emotions behind her words. He does not rush to fix or solve problems unless she asks for it. Instead, he holds space for her to express herself freely. This makes her feel deeply seen and understood, which is one of the strongest emotional triggers for love. One of the biggest turnoffs for women is when a man tries to manipulate attraction by playing games, acting distant, or pretending not to care. These tactics might create short-term interest, but they do not build love. Real love is built on authentic connection, honesty, and emotional depth. A woman falls in love with a man who is real, not one who is playing a role. When John looks at the screen, he gets the same look that Jamie gets. He says, "You are this woman," the same woman that people fall in love with. Being authentic also means being able to handle conflict with integrity. A man who avoids difficult conversations, who shuts down emotionally, or who resorts to passive aggressiveness is seen as weak. But a man who can communicate openly, express his needs without blame, and handle disagreements with maturity earns respect. Respect is a key part of love. Without it, attraction fades. At the end of the day, a woman falls in love with a man who makes her feel safe to be her true self. If a man is open, honest, and consistent, she will feel secure enough to open her heart fully. Love is not about saying the perfect things or acting a certain way. It is about being real, being present, and creating a space where both people can be their true selves without fear. When that happens, love doesn't just grow, it becomes unbreakable. Love is not just about stability and security. It is also about passion, excitement, and the feeling of being truly alive. Women don't just fall in love with a man because he is dependable. They fall in love with the way he makes them feel. A relationship that lacks energy, adventure, and personal growth will eventually become stagnant, no matter how strong the initial connection was. Despite the communication run, there will be days and weeks in which you end up pitiful. A woman wants to feel excitement, not just in the early stages of attraction, but throughout the journey of love. Excitement does not mean constant thrill-seeking or over-the-top grand gestures. It is not about expensive vacations or elaborate surprises. It is about the emotional spark that keeps the connection alive. A woman falls in love with a man who knows how to bring joy, playfulness, and spontaneity into her life. She wants to feel the rush of shared laughter, the thrill of unexpected moments, and the deep connection that comes from experiencing new things together. Routine is the silent killer of attraction. When a relationship falls into predictable patterns with no variety, no growth, and no sense of adventure, it starts to feel dull. A woman might appreciate consistency, but she also craves a relationship that challenges her, excites her, and pushes her to grow. A man who understands this keeps the relationship dynamic, he introduces new experiences, keeps conversations engaging, and is willing to step outside of comfort zones. Growth is another essential element of lasting love. Women do not just fall in love with who a man is today, they fall in love with who he is becoming. If a man stops evolving, if he becomes stagnant in his mindset, ambitions, or approach to life, the relationship begins to lose its energy. A woman is deeply attracted to a man who has a vision for his future, who is constantly improving, and who inspires her to grow as well. When she sees that a man is passionate about becoming his best self, she feels motivated to do the same. This shared journey of growth creates an unbreakable bond. A relationship that lacks excitement and progress often falls into complacency. Many men make the mistake of thinking that once they have won a woman's heart, their job is done. They stop putting in the effort, stop being creative, and stop making her feel the way they did in the beginning. But the truth is, love is not a destination. It is a continuous journey. A woman wants to feel chosen, pursued, and appreciated every single day. Not just at the start of the relationship. A man who continues to put in effort, who keeps the energy alive, and who never stops learning about his partner will maintain that deep emotional connection. Passion is not just about physical attraction, it is about emotional intensity. A woman feels deeply connected to a man when he is fully engaged in life, when he has a sense of purpose, and when he radiates enthusiasm for what he does. A man who lacks passion in his own life will struggle to inspire passion in a relationship. On the other hand, a man who's excited about his goals, who pursues his interests with energy, and who brings a sense of adventure into everyday life creates an irresistible pull. One of the most attractive qualities a man can have is the ability to make ordinary moments feel extraordinary. It is not just about big gestures, it is about how he interacts with the world around him. Does he bring humor into stressful situations? Does he turn a simple walk into an adventure? Does he surprise his partner in small but meaningful ways? These moments create a sense of magic in a relationship. Playfulness is another key element that keeps love strong. Women love men who know how to be serious when needed, but also know how to let go, have fun, and enjoy life. A man who can laugh, joke, and bring lightness into the relationship makes a woman feel youthful and free. Life is filled with challenges, but a relationship should be a source of joy, not just responsibility. Another crucial aspect of keeping love alive is emotional variety. A woman does not want a relationship that feels emotionally flat. She wants a range of experiences, from deep conversations to lighthearted fun. She wants moments of intense passion, quiet intimacy, spontaneous laughter, and shared excitement. A man who understands how to create emotional highs and memorable experiences will always keep a woman engaged and connected. At the core of all of this is the ability to create shared experiences. The strongest relationships are built on memories. things a couple has done together, challenges they have overcome, and experiences that have shaped their bond. A woman falls deeply in love when she feels like she is on an adventure with her partner, not just living the same day over and over again. A man who takes the initiative to plan new experiences, introduce variety, and encourage growth ensures that love never fades. Love is not just about security. It is about the feeling of being truly alive with someone. A woman does not just want a partner. She wants someone who excites her, who pushes her to grow, and who makes life feel like an adventure. When a man understands this, he does not just win her love. He keeps it for a lifetime.